Hey there, Jimmy Roberts for Renaissance Appraisal, and today what we're going to talk about is a very, very important and often confused topic. That topic being, what can realtors say to appraisers? I know it's ridiculous, right? I personally think it is, but the reality is this. Given recent financial and economic challenges that our country has faced, there's a lot of rules that have been created and a lot of confusion based on those rules. Okay, so let's walk through it. So I get this question a lot as an appraiser when a realtor wants to share some information with me, but they're scared. They're literally scared because there are some stiff penalties if an appraiser like myself makes the decision to go ahead and report anybody involved in the transaction for somehow or another trying to unduly influence the appraisal. Well, that's good and that's bad. The good part is that makes sure that you as a homeowner and a consumer and a realtor and other real estate professionals get a nice, honest, true, fair, independent evaluation of the property. And that's really that's why you hired an appraiser. That's what you want. We have safeguards in place to protect our independence. Okay, matter of fact, they have this thing called appraiser independence, and that is exactly what it's for. Okay, today though, the problem though is, what are the rules? I mean, I'm in real estate. I'm a real estate professional. My realtor buddies are real estate professionals. Lenders are real estate professionals. I mean, we're all talking about the same house typically. We've got to be able to talk about it and to communicate information to each other in a manner that, one, is not going to end up somebody in jail or paying a big fine, and two, is best for the homeowner and or our client, okay, whomever our client may be. Okay, so here's some things, here's some quick do's and don'ts. Alrighty, do number one: appraisers are great at general knowledge about all the areas that they work in. Okay, myself, I work in predominantly due to the location of our office, we are situated kind of in a hub of 3 different counties. Okay, makes it a little difficult, but over a 10-15 year period of working in this market, we've developed considerable market intelligence for all the areas that we work in. That doesn't mean we know information down to the block. It does mean that we know a lot about every city and county that we work in, but we can always improve upon that. Okay, and to be quite honest, I rely heavily on homeowners, realtors, and even lenders to give me that additional information that I might not have missed, Again, I work in a lot of different areas. I don't know everything. I'm okay with that. As long as and if you as a real estate professional have some information that can help me get a better understanding of what's going on, that's just great. I'm more than willing to listen to it. Okay, so what type of information are we talking about? Let's see here. Say for instance, the local school, the local elementary school was just rewarded the president's national A+ super duper award, right? Again, I just told you I work in 3 different counties. Okay, each county has at least 10 to 15 school districts. I don't know every award that every school meets, that every school has. I don't. There's no way I can possibly know. But you as a local realtor would know. Because after all, if that's your area that you farm in, if that's the area that you focus on, you would know that, because that's the level of detail that you put into your profession. I know this to be the case. I have realtor friends, and they are very knowledgeable about their individual specific markets. I rely on that information. Why is that important? Because school districts make a difference, and sometimes schools make a difference. Okay, so that means that when I'm choosing my comparable properties, if I know that school X is so far super superior than another school, maybe that means I need to select my comparable properties to only focus on those that are going to be feeding to that school. as opposed to the general school district, right? That helps everybody. It's better information. We're using good local information that only the realtor may have to make a better appraisal product for everybody. And that's really what we're after. Okay? So that's one example. Now here's an example of something that is not so good. And you hear this. There's a lot of different variations of this particular one. Okay? But it all comes off as undue influence. For instance, here's one that, and it's you're gonna laugh when you hear it, because you probably are saying to yourself, people don't really do that. Yeah, they do. Okay, so here it is. I'm appraising the property in a community that I work in. The realtor meets me there at the office or at the house, and she says to me, not too slyly even, you know, if you don't get this value of this property, I can make it so that you'll never get another appraisal again. Well, that's pretty dang obvious there, isn't it? She's clearly trying to influence me, right? Or a little bit more subtle. Hey, do what you can to bring this property in at value. Value? What value? Any value I put on a property is a value. But of course, that's not the one she's talking about. She's talking about the value that's on the sales contract. Those are two examples of very bad communication with the appraiser. That when the realtor is obviously trying to influence the appraisal. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that stuff. Here's another one. Oh, where are you located? Our office is in City X. Oh, well, I did my best to try to make sure that only appraisers located in City Y appraise this property. Again, doing the same thing. Undue influence. You're trying. The assumption is that because my office is located in City X, I can't possibly appraise a property in City Y. By the way, here's the funny part about this particular one. And I always make sure I make this note. But as an appraiser, you're licensed to work in the state. And as long as you are competent with the information in the property that you're in, and that you do, or if you're not, that you do what's necessary to become competent in that area, everything's good. That is not the case for realtors. Just like realtors, realtors can sell property anywhere within the state, but they don't have that last little requirement. So I always find it funny when I meet realtors who try to influence me like that, because that's probably the worst way you can influence me, because if any of the two of us, I'm the one who's held to a stricter standard. Okay, so let's back it up. I'm sorry, I got caught off on this one. That last one just happened to me. It's fresh in the head. I apologize. Okay, I know not all realtors do that stuff, but some do. So let's just go back. Can you talk to your appraiser if you're a realtor? Absolutely. Your appraiser likely wants to hear from you. They want to hear what you had, the knowledge about the neighborhood. They want to hear the knowledge about your school district. They want to hear knowledge about the property. Because again, we're there for 20 to 30 minutes. We're not going to see everything about this property. We don't know everything about this property. That's why we ask questions. We want you to help us. We do. Okay, I'll put an asterisk next to that one. A lot of us do. Because I know some of my appraisal brethren are not always the friendliest. But the majority of us do want your input. We just want to do our job to the best of our ability. And getting input from you is part of that. Okay? So the next time an appraiser comes up to you or you have a question for an appraiser, feel free. Fire away. Worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to you might say something or offer some opinion or ask something that the appraiser is going to say, You're probably crossing the line on that one. And that's okay, because now you know. They just won't answer. And then everybody knows and everybody's happy. But the best thing is your client, our client, and everybody is served by the communication. And that's really where we got to get to. We got to stay there. We are all real estate professionals. And as such, we have to work together to make sure we provide the best service for our clients, period. And we should work together to do that. We can work together to do that. Heck, we're freaking cousins. The first appraisers were realtors.